Okay, so Hot Chocolate is planning on coming up here for the Easter for about 5 days, right? For 4 days. And she, we're gonna get some things done together. It's gonna be a nice time. I figured that we'll mainly be more out than cooking in, and it's just the two of us, so we don't really need to. I don't think we should be cooking on, a big Sunday feast and all of this, because honestly, I always really do that when I go back home. When I go back home, I'm in that family mode. I'm finna cook in the house. My sister's gonna start the baking. I'm gonna invite my auntie Cookie over to help me with the collard greens, because if it ain't right, she gon' blast me out. And when auntie Cookie blasts me out, it's not a come here, let me talk to you over to the side. It's more of the living room and all the bedrooms have heard that the collard greens ain't right. I didn't add something. So to avoid all of that, I need auntie Cookie standing right next to me, because I need to get the collard greens right and the cornbread from scratch right. Okay. Now that that's out, I usually do that when I'm home, right? And I'll invite other family. But for this, that Hot Chocolate's coming to the NYC, and it's only for 4 days. It's a short trip. We're gonna do a lot. I actually told her that I may want to go to the African American Museum in Washington, so that's kind of like another trip in one. But it's doable. Hot Chocolate calls me today, perfect timing, when I'm getting out of church, and I made it to the car in the rain. And she's like, okay, which church? She always starts off pretty sweet on Sundays. She starts pretty sweet on Sundays, okay? And then I'm like, yeah, it went well. Brother Donnie asked about you. He can't wait to see you. First Lady, Pastor. Yeah. Okay, now that that's over. I might stay. Have you done my itinerary yet? I said, Hot Chocolate, we just got the flight on Friday, and I think today's Sunday. I'm in graduate school, right? I have 12-page papers to write, and I do 28 hours internship that I'm actually working as a case manager. So I'm trying to figure out, how would I have had time to do your itinerary for 4 days? I mean, Hot Chocolate, do you need an itinerary this time? I mean, can I just tell you what we're going to be doing, since I'm primarily will be doing the driving to Washington, D.C. and back? Or you need an itinerary this time? And I think we can kind of bypass that. Hot Chocolate is like, no, we can't bypass that. I would like to know how my Easter vacation is gonna look. I'm like, well, Hot Chocolate, it's only 4 days. I'm sure I can just tell you, because I'll be sitting in the driver's side while you're sitting in the passenger side, probably sipping on a cinnamon dolce latte while I'm driving, trying to figure out, did I get off the correct exit, and did I... Hot Chocolate tells me, well, when you get time, she being a little nice now. When you get time, I just like to see a breakdown on how my day's looking, so I know how to prepare. I'm gonna look up the weather. I need to, Easter's around the corner. I understand that. So, she then tells me, oh, and I forgot to mention, I like to visit a water park. A water park. Hot Chocolate, it is still chilly in New York City. I think the water parks will start to open in May, June, I think, but we're still we go from 67 till about 42, and maybe we'll come back up to 50 that next week. It is just too chilly for anyone to be riding on the roller coaster dipped in water. That's what I'm thinking. And or at least I'm not taking you to Coney Island Hot Chocolate Days out of the you're not hot. So I done sat in the car. I haven't even put on my seatbelt, y'all. I done pulled up Google. I got 3 tabs open I said, Hot Chocolate, could you please just give me 2 minutes? No Hot Chocolate. I don't want you to speak because my brain is trying to process everything. So just hold it off. I'm sending her the things of the indoor water parks, Kalahari and something else. I'm sending her, and she's like, oh, and do you remember your auntie Frankie and auntie Sarah that live in Connecticut? We didn't see them last time, so this time I like us to, if possible, I like us to go to Connecticut. That's not a problem. Hot Chocolate, do you want to go by bus or Amtrak? And she's like, no, I'm figuring we can just drive. We can no. We're not doing a 3-hour drive, Hot Chocolate. We're not. And Hot Chocolate, I like I told you last year, Hot Chocolate, you may want to do a separate trip to Connecticut. Do you guys see how my eye is like dipped? That's kind of cool. Anyway, let me look. That's a separate trip, Hot Chocolate. Okay? Because I haven't figured out if we're going to be able to do the museum in Washington or that event that you're talking about is in Pennsylvania. So, Hot Chocolate, we're both forgetting the meaning of this Easter trip. You remember? To see if Kiki can be refinanced for a newer vehicle and to see the options and car shopping. Hot Chocolate, please don't turn my trip into your personal trip. This is for course. The one thing that I want to do for Easter, Hot Chocolate, I want us to sit down. I want us to, all of this I've been saying, you play bad cop, I'm good cop. We need to be thinking about your excerpt on that and what you're going to say. Because I don't need you walking in there, you supposed to be bad cop. Now you done turned into good cop. And now I'm looking at you like, okay, so, relax. Can we get Kiki out the way? Can we get the car shopping out the way? And then this is too much, Hot Chocolate. I'm trying to get a little break from internship, a little break from graduate school. And you...